Hello children, in today's class I am going to do the revision of human skeletal and muscular system. What is human skeletal system? Skeletal system is that system of the body which consists of bones. What are the functions of skeletal system? Skeletal system gives a shape to the body. It supports various organs of the body. It also helps us in movement. And one more function of the skeletal system is that there are some bones in the body that produce red blood cells. Bone marrow, it is a place which is located inside the big bones of the body which produces blood. Okay, so I can write here that bone marrow is the place that produces blood cells. Today's class is entirely based on what is given in your textbook. Okay. So altogether in human body, there are 206 bones. Okay. So how many bones are there? There are 206 bones in the human body. The skeletal system consists of the skull, backbone, rib cage, limbs, and the girdles. So one by one we will discuss how many total bones are there in each and every part and what are their functions. So we'll start with the skull. This is the skull. Okay, the skull can be divided into two parts, the upper part and the lower part. So the upper part, which protects the brain, it consists of 8 bones. And the bones which are there, they are fused with each other. They are immovable. They are joined with each other with immovable joint. Okay. Next we come to the facial region. Our face, it consists of 14 bones. In facial part also all the bones are immovable. Okay. Except the lower jawbone. This is the lower jawbone. This part is movable. This bone is movable. That helps you to speak. Okay. So, what is the most important function of the skull? The skull protects the brain. Okay. It protects the brain. Okay. So you can see that one by one when we are going down. Okay. Many short questions may arise that you have to answer. Next to the skull, we come to the backbone. Okay, this is the backbone. The backbone, you know it very well. The backbone is also called a spine. The backbone is also called a spine, and the backbone is made up of altogether 33 small bones, and these 33 small bones are also called vertebrae. Clear? What is the function of the backbone? The backbone protects a very important and delicate organ of the body that is called a spinal cord. That is called spinal cord. Okay. Next we come to the ribs. Okay. This part. Okay. Altogether there are 12 pairs of ribs. Rib cage, it consists of altogether 24 bones. Is it clear? The rib and all the ribs together, they make a cage-like structure, and that cage-like structure is called a rib cage. Okay. So out of these 12 pairs of ribs, 10 pairs of ribs are there in the upper part of this rib cage. They are joined to the backbone at the back, and they are joined to this bone here, chest, in the breast. There is a bone that is called breastbone. Okay, in the front. So in the front, they are joined with the, I can write here, breastbone, and at back they are joined to the backbone. Okay, as I discussed that the upper 10 pairs of ribs, they are joined in the front part as well as in the back part. The last 2 pairs of ribs, They are joined at the back, but in the front part they are not joined with anything, and so they are called floating ribs. So altogether there are two pairs of floating ribs. What is the function of the of this rib cage? The rib cage, it protects two very important organs, that is the lungs, okay, and heart. Okay, one by one you can see that how many types of short questions, MCQ type questions are coming in between. Okay, next we come to the limbs. What are the limbs? Limbs means this legs, hands and the legs. Okay, so limbs can be of two types. One is forelimb and hind limbs. Forelimbs, these hands, both hands, they come under forelimbs, and in this altogether there are 30 bones. Here 30 bones, here 30 bones. Similarly, in the hind limbs there are altogether 30 plus 30 equal to 60 bones. Okay, so if we talk about the arms, okay, this arm, this upper arm, this is called humerus. This is called humerus. Okay, and the legs, hind limb. Okay, here the legs, it contains the upper part of the leg. It consists of a big bone that is called femur. Commonly it is called a thigh bone. And I can say that this is the biggest bone of the human body, the thigh bone or the femur. Correct? Next we come to the girdles. About the girdles, much more information is not given in your book, but you have to know that the girdles means this part. Okay, this is one girdle. This is called shoulder girdle, and this part is called hip girdle. The shoulder girdle, with shoulder girdle, your hands are attached, both sides, and with the hip girdle, the legs are attached. Okay, shoulder girdle consists of, let it be that it is not there in your book, shoulder bone, and one more bone is there, that is called this. Okay, let it be. We come to hip girdle. The hip girdle is made up of ring of 3 bones. Hip girdle. Okay, only names you remember. Okay, that much is there in your book. Okay. So after that we come to the joints. As I told you that altogether there are 206 bones in the body. So how the 206 bones, they work together? They are joined with each other. So the place where two bones join, that place is called joint. One bone is attached with the other bone with the help of a substance, okay, that is called ligament. Okay, don't get confused. Bone with bone is joined with the help of ligament. Okay, you just remember a code word BBL. Okay, just like your IPL match, you know about IPL match, just like that, BBL, bone bone ligament. Also at the joints there is a soft substance that is called cartilage, and this cartilage also prevents the bones. Okay, it is also found at the joint. Okay, and it prevents the bones from damage. This cartilage is also present in your ear part or the nose. We can say that soft bones. It is just like a very soft bone, cartilage. Now let us discuss about different kinds of joints which are found in the body. In our body altogether there are 4 types of joints. One is ball and socket joint. It is present here. Okay, and also in this part, in the girdle part. Ball and socket joint allows the bones to move in all directions like this. Okay, you are able to move your hand in all directions due to this ball and socket joint. Okay, so I can say that ball and socket joint is found in shoulder girdle and hip girdle. Next is hinge joint. Hinge joint, it allows the bones to move only in one direction. See, It is present in the ankle part, in this your knee part and elbow part. This is called elbow, okay, and this is the knee. So I can write here that in your elbow and in the knee, this hinge joint is present. Clear? It allows the bones to move in only one direction like this. Also in the fingers, here also, this hinge joint is present. Next is pivot joint. Pivot joint is present between the skull and the first vertebrae. It allows the bones to move up, down and sideways. Okay. So pivot joint in between skull and the first vertebrae. This is the third type of joint. Lastly, we come to gliding joint. These gliding joints just they move over each other. Okay. They do not allow the full movement of the bones. Okay. They are present in the wrist part. This is your wrist part. Here bones are there. Wrist part. Then wrist. Then ankle. Also in between the vertebrae, this type of joint is present. Gliding joint. So these are the four types of joints. We have to know where they are located in your body. So children, with this we have come to end about the bones. Lastly, we'll discuss about the muscles. See, the muscles, they cannot, the bones, they cannot work alone. In order to move, they need the help of the muscles. Okay? And altogether in our body, there are about 640 muscles. Between 640 to 650 muscles are present in our body. And the muscles are attached to the bones with the help of another substance that is called tendon. That is called tendon. Okay. So just you remember, I'm writing here BMT. BMT means what? Bones, muscles and tendon. Sometimes we get confused about the ligament and the tendon. So I just told you a keyword. BBL means bone, ligament. And another one is bone, muscle and tendon. Okay. So in our body, as I told you, altogether about 640 muscles are there. Okay. The largest muscle, okay, it is gluteus maximus. This in this part, okay, is this lower part. This gluteus maximus muscle is present. This is the largest muscle of the body, and inside the ear, the smallest muscle is present. That is called stapedius. Stapedius. What is there in your book? That much only I am discussing here. So the largest muscle is gluteus maximus, and the smallest muscle is stapedius. Okay. Lastly, we come how many types of muscles are there? Altogether, muscles are of three types. There are some muscles that work according to our will. If you want, they can move like this. Okay, here a muscle is there. Okay, you are able to move your hand. You are able to move your legs. Okay, like that. I am able to move. So these muscles are attached to the bones. So muscles that work according to our will, they are called voluntary muscles. They are also called skeletal muscles because they are attached to the bones. But there are some muscles that work by themselves. They are not under our control. Like muscles present in the lungs, muscles which are there in the stomach, they are working according to their will. Okay, they are not under our control, so they are called involuntary muscles. They are also called smooth muscles. Okay, and lastly, we come to the very important muscle present in our body. that is cardiac muscles. These muscles are present in the heart. They start working before your birth and they work till death. So they are called cardiac muscles. So this is all about the muscles as it is given in your book. So you after going through this lesson, you have come to know that how the skeletal system is important, how the bones are important, how the muscles are important for your body. So it is our duty to take care of the bones and the muscles. Okay, you should do regular exercise. Okay, so that they will work smartly, they will work smoothly. Okay, you should do regular exercise, you should do some yogic exercises. Okay, along with that, sunlight, it is a rich source of vitamin D. Okay, and that vitamin D is good for your skin as well as your bones. Along with this, in order to keep your bones strong, you should eat calcium rich food. So where will you get calcium rich foods? Calcium rich foods you will get if you will eat food items which are rich in milk products. Okay, also green vegetables are there, they contain calcium. Okay, you should also eat protein rich food items. Okay, protein rich food items are present in the pulses, dal, you eat na dal, pulses, in the cereals, in green vegetables, fish, egg, meat, they also contain the proteins. Okay, so lastly I can say that correct posture is very important. Okay, correct posture means what? Okay, you should sit straight. Okay, you should not bend while walking or moving. Okay, bad posture will lead to pain in the various parts of the body, in neck part, in shoulder part, and it may give rise to many joint problems. Okay, so these all things you will keep in order to keep in mind in order to keep your body healthy and fit. Okay, children, this much for today. Thank you.